I think people really struggle to focus on their emotional needs. And so psychotherapy is a space to foreground precisely that. You gotta peel off the substance use issues to get to the emotions, but quite frequently they're linked. And it's really primarily a time to put yourself first and figure out what it is that you have not gotten in your life that you absolutely need going forward. And different therapists will have a draw to a different kind or approach or style, and it's just sort of based on the preference of the therapist. But some of the most common ones that you'll hear are cognitive behavioral therapy, which is called CBT. Core beliefs about yourself get baked into your personality and your being. So figuring out what those core beliefs about yourself are, introducing the notion that you could in fact challenge them now and create new beliefs about yourself in order to feel better. That's the trajectory. Most people are just walking around perceiving the world through a kind of distorted lens that's based on all these preconceived notions about the self, about the world, that were formed way back in childhood but have never been questioned. So cognitive behavioral therapy picks apart those thoughts, how they relate to how you behave in everyday life, and tries to get you a new script, essentially, to live by so that you feel more comfortable out in the world. Another one is ACT, acceptance and commitment therapy. Acceptance and commitment therapy is one that I really like because basically it says you're gonna not feel okay a lot of the time that you're alive, and that's fine. That's just part of being alive. People start to feel things like anxious or fearful, and right away there's the added thought, something must be wrong with me. That's not true. There's nothing wrong with you. You react in this way, in this situation. What would it look like for you to accept that as part of you and learn to let the feeling pass by without holding on to it? And so the entire process of ACT is naming these things that are bothering you, figuring out what causes them, and then learning to sit in the discomfort so that you, in a sense, gain mastery over them, but you're gaining mastery by letting go of it. The dialectical behavioral therapy. This is one that comes up a lot in substance abuse. We need to take a slow, long-term approach to developing some new coping skills and turning other ones off so that you can slowly live feeling more free in yourself. And at the core of dialectical behavioral therapy, there is this a need to adopt a both-and approach. And this is what's meant by dialectics, two opposite things that actually fuse together. Those things are what you're feeling, absolutely true and legitimate, and you need to change them. Because if you don't, you're gonna just fall back into these cycles of distress. What's cool about treatment is that you don't just get these individual therapies where you see these individual styles at work, but you get the group experience. Each person has their own universe going on, but here we are as a group. It's like a little microcosm of the world outside. And that's the beauty of the group. Isolation is basically the driver and the best friend of addiction. So the antidote to that is reconnection. So group therapists will attempt to individually deal with the problems that people have, but constantly bring it back to the experience of the group so that everybody can use everybody to help with their healing journey.